Hello everyone. Today we will be learning how to solve two-step equations using the distributive property. Okay, I want you to look at the warm-up question. You have a rectangle. And the rectangle has the width 4 centimeter and 37 centimeter of length. Okay, if you want to find the area of the rectangle, you can just simply multiply 4 and 37 like this. So 4 times 37 is the area of the rectangle. But we know that 37 is same as 30 plus 7. So we can just rewrite 37 by using a bracket and 30 plus 7. So we use 30 plus 7 instead of 37. Then everyone, you can simply distribute. You can expand the bracket. So 4 times 30 and 4 times 7. So it's like fishing. So you multiply 4 and 30, and then you multiply 4 and 7. So 4 times 30 plus 4 times 7. So this is also the area of the whole rectangle. Because when you find the area of the rectangle, you can split into 2. So find the area of this rectangle, which is 4 times 30, and find the area of this smaller rectangle, 4 times 7, okay? And add them up. This is another way of finding the area of the rectangle. So there are two methods. You can either just multiply 4 times 30, or you can just multiply 4 times 30 plus 4 times 7. Using a bracket, we can express this 4 times 30 plus 7. So this is called distributive property. Okay? I want you to look at example 1. The question asks you to expand the bracket. Okay? So when you have this, what you have to remember is multiplication. There is always a hidden multiplication in between the number and the bracket. Alright? So multiplication is hiding. Don't forget that. Okay, so we're going to use the distributive property. So it is going to be 7 times C, because multiplication is hiding. 7 times C plus 7 times 2. Okay, 7 times C plus 7 times 2. So you use plus because you have positive plus here, alright? Next, again everyone, we have negative 3 times hidden multiplication hiding here, okay? So if you expand it, it will be negative 3 times x plus negative 3 times 5. Alright? Okay, so we're going to simplify it. If you simplify it, it will be negative 3 times x. That is negative 3x plus negative 3 times 5, which is negative 15. So plus negative 15, right? But when plus and minus are together, minus negative is stronger than plus positive. So we're going to just rewrite it, negative 15, okay? So this is how you simplify it. I forgot to simplify this. This will be 7C plus 7 times 2 is 14, okay? Next, sometimes you have more than 2 terms inside of the bracket. Same thing, multiplication hiding. So you just simply expand one at a time. So 2 times A, which is 2A, plus 2 times B, which is 2B, plus minus 2 times negative 5, which is negative 10. Okay, so that will be 2A plus 2B, negative 10. All right. Great. Example 2. So we're going to solve equations using distributive properties first. Okay, so using 2 methods. First method will be distributive properties. Okay, so here, multiplication hiding, right? So we're going to distribute. That will be 3 times x, 3x, 3 times plus 4, plus 12 equals 18. So now the equation is very familiar. We know how to solve this 2-step equation. So what's our final goal, everyone? Our final goal is to isolate x. So we want to isolate x. To isolate x, first step, we're going to isolate the term with x. Okay? So you know the step 1. Step 1, isolate the term with x. And step 2, isolate x. Alright. Okay. So we're going to isolate 3x. Then that will be, we have to subtract 12 from both sides because we want to remove plus 12. So that will be 3x equals 18 minus 12, which is 6. And everyone, again, multiplication is hiding. To get rid of the multiplication, we have to divide 3 divided by 3 divided by 3. Then x will be isolated. Then the answer will be 6 divided by 3. That will be 2. So this is the method 1. And method 2. Okay, method 2, we're not going to distribute it. We're not going to expand. Instead of that, we're going to get rid of the multiplication first. Okay? So what we're doing is isolate the bracket and isolate x. So 2 steps will be step 1. Isolate the bracket. Step 2. Isolate x. Okay? So we're going to isolate the bracket. To do that, we have to get rid of multiplication by dividing by 3. So divided by 3, divided by 3. Then this will be gone. I have a bracket x plus 4. 18 divided by 3 will be 6. So now we can just omit the bracket. X plus 4 equals 6. To isolate x, we're going to subtract 4. Then x will be 6 minus 4. That's 2. Okay, either way, you're going to get the same answer, right? Okay, let's move on. Letter B, negative 4 times, hiding here, negative 4 times bracket x minus 3 equals negative 16. So I'm going to solve this using method 1 first. Okay, so to solve it, we have to use the distributive property. So negative 4 times x is negative 4x. And everyone, negative 4 times negative 3. So negative times negative, is that positive or negative? Negative times negative is positive, right? So it will be positive. Negative 4 times negative 3 is 12 equals negative 16. So we're going to isolate the term with x. So let's subtract 12. Subtract 12. Then that is negative 4x equals negative 28. So negative 16 minus 12 is negative 28. Okay? And now I'm going to isolate x. To isolate x, I'm going to divide both sides by negative 4 because multiplication is hiding. Okay? To get rid of negative 4, we have to divide both sides by negative 4. Negative 4, negative 4. Then x will be 7, positive 7. Okay. Do you guys understand how to do this? And let's use method 2. So method 2 is not a distributive property. It's not the distributive property. Method 2, like I said, we're going to isolate the bracket. Okay? So to isolate the bracket, we have to get rid of negative 4. Okay, to get rid of multiplying negative 4, we have to divide both sides by negative 4. Then this will be gone. The bracket will be isolated. Negative 16 divided by negative 4. Negative divided by negative is positive 4. Okay? And now we're going to isolate x by adding 3. Then x will be isolated. 4 plus 3 is 7. Again, everyone, either way, we get the same answer. Okay? So you should be able to use both method 1 and method 2. C. Okay, I want you to pause the video and I want you to try C by yourself. I'm going to go over it together, but before that, I want you to pause the video and go over. I want you to solve C by yourself. Go ahead. Okay, let's do it together. Again, multiplication is hiding. If you used method 1, what you have to do is use the distributive property. So 5 times 3, 15. 5 times p, 5p. Okay. And everyone, we're going to isolate 5p. To do that, everyone, we have to get rid of 15. Everyone, this plus doesn't belong to 15. Plus, this is actually 5p's sign. It's not 15's sign. Okay, it doesn't belong to 15. The sign of 15 is plus. It is hiding in front of 15. Okay, so we're going to get rid of plus 15 by subtracting 15 from both sides. Negative 20 minus 25 is negative 35. So this will be gone. And 5p plus 5p. I'm just going to omit positive sign. Negative 35 equals 5p. And everyone, again, multiplication is hiding. So we're going to divide both sides by 5. Then negative 35 divided by 5 is negative 7 equals p. So p is negative 7. So this is the answer. And let's use method 2 and see if we get the same answer. Oops. Again, everyone, multiplication is hiding. To use method 2, we have to get rid of multiplying by 5 because we want to isolate the bracket. Okay, so let's divide 5 divided by 5 divided by 5. Then this will be gone. 3 plus p. The bracket is isolated. Negative 20 divided by positive 5. Negative divided by positive 5 is negative 4, right? So we're going to isolate p by subtracting 3 from both sides. Then this will be gone. P equals negative 4 minus 3, which is negative 7. Again, either way, you get the same answer. P equals negative 7. Okay? Let's move on to the word problem. Example 3. A flower garden is in the shape of rectangle. So this is a rectangle. And the length of the garden is 2 meters long. 2 meters longer than the length of the shed beside it. So we don't know this length, the length of the shed, but it's 2 meters longer than the length of the shed. The width of the garden is 4 meters. If the area of the garden is 20 square meter, what is the length of the shed? Okay, so here, let's find the area of the garden. Okay, so the length of the garden will be S plus 2. Then the area of the garden will be 4 times S plus 2. So you have to multiply this and this together. Okay, so 4 times S plus 2. That's the area of the garden. And it says the area of the garden is 20 square meter. So 20 square meter. Okay. Now, do you want to use the method 1 or method 2? So this time, it doesn't really matter. If you like to use method 1, use the distributive property. If you want to use method 2, you have to get rid of multiplying by 4 first. I'm just going to use method 2 this time. Okay? Then the bracket will be isolated because this will be gone. The bracket will be isolated. 20 divided by 4 is 5. And let's isolate S by subtracting 2 from both sides. Then S will be 5 minus 2, which is 3. So here, the length of the shed will be 3 meters. So this will be 3 meters. Okay? So 3 meters. Alright everyone, that is it for today. I want you to start doing your homework now. Thank you.